Hello everyone and welcome back to the Football Manager 2020 simulation of Euro 2020, and the game that we have for you today is Ukraine versus Turkey, and following the upset from Sweden's 2-1 win over Holland, which puts Sweden on 3 points, Holland on 2 points. It really gives a golden opportunity for either side to actually take authority of this group. Ukraine will qualify with a win. Turkey, if they win, will go top of the group on 4 points, which will leave both Ukraine and Sweden on 3 points, with the final game being Ukraine versus Turkey. So Ukraine are really going to want to win today to avoid having to have the tall order of beating Holland on that last game of the group, but at the same time Holland haven't really looked that great. But let's go into the game and show you the teams for this massive fixture in the group. And on the left, you've got Ukraine in a 4-3-3 formation with Piatov in goal, Karavayev, Berda, Matvienko and Zinchenko making up their backline, with Sidorchuk, Shepelov and Malinovsky in the centre of midfield, with Tsiganov, Junior Moraes and Konoplyanka spearheading their attack. Turkey line up with a 4-2-3-1 formation, and you've got Sakir, Selik, Demiral, Soyuncu and Erkin in their defence. Irfan and Emre in the middle of their sort of holding roles, with Hakan Çalhanoğlu, Yusuf Yazici and Kingizunda in their attacking midfield spots, with Cenk Tosun up front. And let's go into the game, as it's going to be Turkey to kick off here. And Turkey looks really, really impressive in their opening game against Holland, and they just couldn't manage the win. They absolutely dominated Holland in terms of possession and in terms of the quality of efforts that they were creating in the game, but they just couldn't break down the goal really, and that might cost them going into the final game against Sweden. But at the same time, Ukraine have looked, well, they looked very, very good against Sweden, and it's going to be a really interesting game in this one. I think both teams will feel like they deserve to go through based on their opening game performance, as Matvienko's header just goes over there. But we'll see how both teams approach this game. I think Ukraine, with plenty of quality all over the pitch, will probably go into this one as favourites, but it's looking like Turkey so far are the ones dominating play again. Slightly more possession in this game. A couple of decent opportunities that they've created in the opening 10 minutes. As Tsigankov plays that cross in, and Konoplyanka can't get there in the end, but Shepelov and his effort is tipped over the bar by Ugarchan. Let's go with that. Malinovsky to take the corner, as Kelik clears that, and Izici out clears the danger, and it's Ukraine that's starting to dominate possession here. But we're still early in the game, only 15 minutes in, plenty of time for both teams to settle into the game, find their rhythm, as Zinchenko's been injured. That's a big loss as Makarenko comes on, and yeah, it's a big, big loss for Ukraine by having Zinchenko come off. And let's actually show you this, how it looks in the group, and you'll see it when the highlight stops. As Kelik's header goes in, and the referee has his flag up, but the referee's listening to VAR, and that's offside. Ukraine off the hook here, as you'll see here. He's just moved a fraction too early. It's a great header over Piatov, but it's just a fraction early, as Piatov will clear that. But Konoplyanka's beaten in the air now. Marchenko into Shepelov. He's played that out to Karavayev. Now what can the fullback do here on the overlap? He's played that back to Tsigankov. Now Çalhanoğlu is able to clear. But the loss to Zinchenko will be a big one for the Ukraine, and they're still leading in the group at 4 points if score stay as is as we go into half time. Very even game. Not too many great chances created in the game so far. However, plenty of time in the second half, as we saw in the France game. Plenty of chances for either side to get the winner here. As we jump into the game, Malinovsky into Matvienko, and I think Ukraine will come out swinging like they did in the second half against Sweden. But again, Turkey looked promising, especially towards the end of the second half against Holland, as Malinovsky will take this. Konoplyanka's header is over the bar, and Yarmolenko will come on for Tsigankov. And Yazici is off for Mali. Yarmolenko into Sidorchuk. Now Marchenko. Konoplyanka, his effort is tipped wide by the Turkey goalkeeper in the 63rd minute here. And Turkey are not... Well, they're just sort of taking the pressure from Ukraine at the moment. Ukraine really started to take the initiative in this second half as they just aim to qualify. They know that a win will secure them a spot in the round of 16, and they're just not being able to break down this Turkish defence, and Turkey are just not being able to create anything as time has gone very, very quickly here. We've got 3 minutes of additional time, but it's gone 15 seconds left, and this could be the final chance for Ukraine if they can get something out of this, as Karavayev has gone past the challenge. He's put the ball in, Orzan clears, Sidorchuk, Shapovalov, Yarmolenko, back to Shapovalov, Kovalenko, and that's it. That's full time. It's 0-0. Not the result that either side wanted here. Turkey on 2 points are now in third place in the group. 1 point ahead of Holland, 1 point behind Sweden on 3 points. Ukraine's still topping the group, so they know a draw will take them through against Holland. But if they lose and results go against them, they could be out here. However, that's going to be the end of this video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for future episodes and make sure you hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss any videos. And I'll see you tomorrow for another episode.